What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. And you can never force nobody else to wear them.
I think while I lie awake and contemplate tonight are wearing me out. Well, maybe tomorrow the world will wake and get it right, but I have my doubts, yeah. During the day, well, I design machines of war that scream through the sky. 'Cause I, for one, I like to go to bed free at night under these stars and stripes. And I have my doubts that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. Yes, I have my doubts, but they'll wind you up and pull the cord until you're spun right out. And I don't understand. Roll the dice and raise the price to feed the machine's mouth. Call it the progress of man. And I have my doubts that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts. And I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. I have my doubts, so I'll drink my stuff and raise some hell and shoot my guns to the end of my time. You can have the booze and go to hell and take the guns, but I know they won't be mine. Messed up and out of touch, let's text someone who's in the other room. So don't wonder why we don't say hi or know anyone. I might as well move to the moon. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. Well, the things I think, well, I lie awake and contemplate at night. Wearing me out.
Good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. Man, another day. Fun times. I actually didn't have, there were quite a few headlines, but I only got, 3 of them? Yeah. 3 of them opened up to talk about. Other than that, been kind of a dull day. I did start another repaint, so figured I'd let you see that. That purple is actually iridescent, so the purple, depending on how the light's hitting it, will shift color. So just like the plum crazy iridescent. So that's kind of the idea. So this is the one I'm going to title Aurora, the name of the repaint. So not done, it's just a start, but I'm going to see what I can do to make it look sweet. Anyway, yikes. Yikes. She wants to eat somebody. No, that's her only part. Whether she wants to play, whether she wants to eat somebody, that's the same bark. Let's see. Other than that, just kind of been sort of paying attention to news as the day went on. I keep feeling like we're at a just wait and see moment. It feels much like that. Like we're just waiting for the next thing to happen. I don't think we're going to have a long time to wait. I really don't. There are definitely different things being done by all the countries that are absolutely provoking the situation. As you know, the situation between Iran and Israel is heating up. I really do think we're going to see a period of time to where there's going to be a lot of places on the planet lit up at the same time. I kind of have a sneaky suspicion that many of these countries that plan on doing the pouncing are just kind of waiting. Because, they say the mice will play as the cat's away, right? Something to that effect. Well, when the cat has too many damn mice to chase, can't keep up with them all. So, I do see very shortly a much larger conflict, because I don't think it's going to take long before it is technically a world conflict. And it may start up in pockets, different, 2-3 different places around the planet, and then it's just everybody's gonna be like pile on. So we'll see. Do I think it'll be nuclear Armageddon? Nah, I don't. I won't say that I would assure you that nuclear weapons won't be used, but it won't be nuclear Armageddon. And I don't say that smoking hopium, but that's not how the good book says this goes out. So, again, I do fully expect an exchange, but I do believe that exchange will be very limited in scope. I think it's going to be much like a shot to the arm. I think all parties will participate in that shot to the arm. And it'll be one and done, or maybe 2 cities and done. And It's just what I see. It's just what I foresee. I hope, like hell, I'm wrong. But to me, that just kind of makes sense. Yeah, I'm looking at the entire battlefield, or I'm trying to. And I ask the question, well, what's the boot? What is, when I say that, what is the one significant thing that's going to let everybody know right from the start where you're coming from? And if you take out one or two cities from the start with a guarantee to take out the rest, that's a heck of a dose of smelling salts right there. And considering we have no way to defend against hypersonic missiles, not very hard for them to do. So just kind of keep an eye on things. Continue doing what you've been doing. Hopefully you've been doing. And just keep pushing forward. Thanking the Father for each and every extra day you have. We're going to have plenty of time to be bummed out, I have a feeling. Right now, we need to focus on being ready. Yes, take some focus of some me time. Do what you enjoy doing. Just try to do it in moderation. Because depending on where you're at, you may or may not have a lot of work to do. I wished I had a lot of work to do. But that takes money, so I'll sit here and repaint my airplane with cool, fancy effects. Oh, man. You say I got 3 articles open. I reckon we can just go to them and pull this off like the proverbial Band-Aid. Huh. Crazy. The U.S. alarmed by Russia-China naval patrol. A large group of Russian and Chinese warships passed near the coast of Alaska last week, with a group of U.S. destroyers scrambling to shadow the naval patrol, according to U.S. defense officials and lawmakers. In a statement on Saturday, 2 Republican senators representing the state of Alaska, Lisa Murkowski and Dan Sullivan, said a total of 11 ships have been detected transiting U.S. waters in the Aleutians, citing a classified briefing and labeling the activities an incursion. Sullivan said it marks yet another reminder that we have entered a new era of authoritarian aggression led by the dictators in Beijing and Moscow, adding that he was pleased to see a robust U.S. response involving 4 American destroyers. Now hold up. We're doing this all the time. We are constantly going through locations that are largely controlled by Russia or Russian interests, and we do the same with China all the time. So calling it an authoritarian aggression is a bunch of BS, unless you're going to say we're doing the same thing. Anyway, meanwhile, the U.S. Northern Command has confirmed that Russian and Chinese ships were indeed conducting a patrol in the area, but did not provide details on the number of ships involved. With John and his rowboat. The agency spokesperson also noted, according to the Wall Street Journal, that air and maritime assets under our commands conducted operations to assure the defense of the U.S. and Canada. However, the official did not confirm the senator's remarks about an incursion, stressing that the Chinese-Russian force remained in international waters and was not considered a threat. Brent Sadler, a senior research fellow at the Heritage Foundation, has called the patrol a historical first and highly provocative, considering tensions over Taiwan and Ukraine conflict, the Wall Street Journal reported. Well, pull your panties up there, Chisel Chest, because we're doing it all the time, yo. All the time. It blows my mind when they do this. Because that is a typical American response. Well, I didn't do it. But the thing of it is the rest of the planet aren't typical Americans. They're not buying it. That is what matters. Oil prices soared to 4-month highs, so you can damn well expect to see that at the pump. I expect that you're going to see energy prices across the board, whether it be from heating oils all the way to gasoline. I think you're going to see it skyrocket, and I think you're going to see it continue to skyrocket. I don't think that we'll ever see a reprieve. I really do think we're heading to a dark place. So, obviously, I don't believe that this is going to be any better. It says here, major global oil benchmarks have reached their highest prices since mid-April, after OPEC Plus members agreed to prolong output curbs. Brent crude futures have stabilized above $86 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude is trading just below $83 a barrel. Saudi Arabia, the world's top exporter, announced on Thursday that it was extending production cuts for at least another month to support global crude prices. Output for September will be around 9 million barrels per day, taking into account the kingdom's voluntary cut of 1 million barrels per day. Ridya added that the measure could be further extended or deepened. In addition, Russia has announced plans to reduce exports by 300,000 barrels per day starting from September. The world's second-largest oil exporter had previously pledged to curb production by some 500,000 barrels per day, or nearly 5% of its output from March until the end of this year. OPEC Plus, one second. OPEC Plus, which comprises the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries and the allied oil producers, including Russia, agreed in October to cut output by about 2% of world demand from last November until the end of 2023. The group later agreed to additional curbs in an effort to balance out the market. So, like I say, what it means for you, more money. Coffee. Oh, man. Crazy, crazy. 1 second. Much better. Alright. Mosquito must have bit my toe. Alright. UK scientists preparing vaccines for mystery disease X. Don't you like how they're doing that? British scientists are already developing vaccines for a future disease X pandemic, Sky News reported on Monday. After COVID-19, the researchers believe that deadly animal-borne pathogens, including bird flu, monkeypox, and hantavirus, may evolve to infect humans. The research is being carried out by the UK Health Security Agency at the high-security Porton Down Laboratory Complex in Wiltshire. Porton Down's Vaccine Development and Evaluation Center has been expanded since the coronavirus pandemic, and 200 scientists are now developing vaccines for animal viruses that haven't yet infected humans. What we're trying to do here is ensure that we prepare so that if we have a new disease X, a new pathogen, we have done as much of that work in advance as possible, UK HSA Chief Professor Dame Ginny Harries told Sky. Hopefully we can prevent a pandemic, but if we can't and we have to respond, then we have already started developing vaccines and therapeutics to crack it. Okay, so let me break all that down for you, just to make it a little easier to hold on to. In other words, what they're saying is they are fully involved in gain-of-function research. That's pretty much, that's what that's saying, is that they're full-on involved in gain-of-function research. So I don't know why they have to make it a whole big paragraph. They could just say they're performing gain-of-function research. We know what it is now, thanks to Fauci. Thank you, Fauci, for teaching us what gain-of-function research is and how you lie about it. Anyway, oh, I see the words here. The Sky News did not specify whether the scientists were conducting the so-called gain-of-function research on these pathogens. Gain-of-function research involves modifying the viruses to make them more likely to infect humans in order to weaponize them. Right. You know the radar detector was invented before the radar gun? Fun time. That's all I had. It's gonna be a short news night. And I'm good with that. Oh, man. Let's see. And like I say, there were a fair amount of headlines today. Just a lot of the stuff really didn't deem pulling it up to talk about it specifically, you know? A lot of it's stuff we already know. It's just, you know. France supplies long-range missiles to Ukraine. We already knew. Zuckerberg trolls Musk over cage fight. Not very relevant. Russia faces acute shortage of truck drivers. Okay. Russian car sales move up a gear. Oh, sweet. Oil prices soar to 4-month highs. Splendid. U.S. Actually, I covered those. Ruble weakens to 16-month low. Erdogan to make renewed Ukraine peace push, says RIA. 1/3 of Britons don't know trans women are biologically male, says a survey. So when they sit there and talk about how they're in support of the alphabet, they really don't know what the hell they're talking about. That's what you're saying, right? I believe that's what they're saying. Poland fumes over Zelensky's aide's friendship won't last remarks. That son of a bitch. Western firms take $110 billion hit from Russia sanctions, says Financial Times. Massive explosion hits Turkish port. Kiev covering up illegal organ trade, says Moscow. Digital ruble can help Russia fight sanctions, says top economist. Peace talks without Russia have no value, says Moscow. Right on, Fire Marshal Bill. Oh, dude, yeah, Mark's gonna whoop his ass into the ground. I mean, the facts are the facts. I mean, who I want to win has no bearing on who will win. So, Mark's gonna wipe the floor with him. Let's see. Ukraine, biggest recipient of U.S. aid since World War II, says Washington Post. I have a hard time believing that, don't you? Russia's pipeline gas exports in decline, says media. Businessman killed by his own cheese. Now, you go complain about your job all you want. Just remember that there are some men out there that are willing to die for their cheese. Just understand this. Now, a tragic accident. I guess the rack fell, something to that effect, and literally his cheese fell on top of him and killed him. Like crazy. I mean, what are the chances of that? I mean, what are the odds of being killed by racks of cheese? I wonder. Half of Russians believe their country is a great power, says poll. No compromise with Moscow, Kiev vows. A museum bans J.K. Rowling from Harry Potter exhibit. The EU is a failed project, says German party. EU country with most visitors to Russia revealed. Germany tries to ban government parody account. Germany accused of wanting regime change in Poland. UK scientists preparing... covered that. Ukrainian activists force priests to apologize after call for peace. That's crazy. Then again, Ukraine is crazy. Washington approves first Abrams tank delivery to Kiev. Ukraine claims it foiled Russian plot to kill Zelensky. I'm sure. Anyway, that's it. That's like it. I'm good with that. I'm definitely good with an easy news night. Gonna take that opportunity to probably just go to bed a little earlier. Anyway, I am out of here. I do want to get up in the morning and start fine-tuning a paint job. I've got some pretty cool ideas I'd like to try. So, anyway, I will see all of you tomorrow, God willing. And, fun times. That's all we need is a bunch of rain. Anyway, we'll catch all you cats tomorrow evening. As always, God bless you. We love you. Be one with your spirit. And shalom.